Hey everyone, welcome again to my channel. Today I'm taking you with me to the Meetshovenbos, which is the Meetshoven forest, translated in English, in Aarschot for Arts and Roots in the Woods. But before we go camping out in the woods, if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome to Quillscene. My name is Megan. If you like things that have to do with reading, with writing, with books, with my adventures as a writer, but also with geeky things, with magic, with Wicca, then you're in the right place. Make sure to click on the magical subscribe button and don't forget to hit on that bell, because on that way you'll always get a notification whenever I upload a new video. But yeah, Arts and Roots in the Woods, let's go! For the ones who have seen my previous video, yes, same outfit. I'm filming these voiceovers back to back because it was a 2-event weekend. And I forgot to mention that in my previous vlog. Because on Saturday the 7th we had a very busy schedule with the Witch Fest, or the Witches Market, Witch Market, hosted in Hasselt, with right after that, the same evening, the evening party of Emmeline and Matthias, their wedding, which was a lot of fun. We left the party around midnight, if I'm not mistaken, and of course we wanted to stay longer, but the thing was that on Sunday we already had another event booked, which was Arts and Roots in the Woods. Now, the good thing about Arts and Roots is that it's in Aarschot, which means that it's like 20 minutes, small half hour away from our door, so it's not that far of a drive. Next to that, it's also an event that we did previously in previous years, so we know exactly what to expect from it. And the thing, however, was that the event itself is from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m., which meant that our setup was starting from 8 a.m. So yeah, it was quite a short night after, you know, the Witch Market in Hasselt, and Witch Braderie in Hasselt, and yeah, the wedding party. But we managed. Funny thing was that so we had 2 tents to set up, and of course the needed tables, because it was not only my mom and me with my books and my mom with the magical treasures part of our business, but also my colleague author Jana Bollens joined us. It was her first time that she did Art and Roots. And the funny thing was that my mom and I had a short night because we did an event the previous day and had the wedding party of Emmeline and Matthias. But Jana herself also had quite a short night because she also had to go to a wedding the previous day of another friend of hers. So not the same wedding, but still same vibe. So we were both a bit like zombie authors behind their booth. Luckily, among the creative market, because Arts and Roots is basically hosted in the Meetshovenbos, but like in Dutch we call it a dreef, een dreef, which is like this big, yeah, walking path basically, in the forest. You have like trees and forest like on both sides of the road. Like along that road were the booths of the many creative people, but also there were some stage areas for buskers that gave live concerts. You had, of course, we were there with our books and then display potions and bookish goodies of magical treasures, but there were people who sold their crochet creations, there were people who made jewelry, there were people who painted, there were people who did wood engraving, there were people who sculpted things, there were people who made things out of clay. So, you know, every creative thing, every yeah, artist was welcome in Arts and Roots and Woods. The fun thing is that it's basically like you are surrounded by the forest. You are basically camping in your tents, you know, that form your boots underneath the trees. So it's a very chill, very fun vibe, especially if it doesn't rain, which luckily was the case again. It's like, you know, a little bit of, it feels kind of like a small, short vacation in, you know, your own backyard almost. So yeah, that was very welcome after, you know, the heavy day we had before. And as I said, luckily there was like halfway the long line of booths. There was this cute little scooter, mobile-like thingy, you will see it in the footage, that was basically, yeah, on-the-go coffee shop. You had like the coffee machine, you had a tea making machine, well, water boiler and stuff like that, all in that little scooter-like vehicle. She made amazing coffee, she made amazing tea, according to my mom. My mom loves to drink tea, I'm more of a coffee person. She had homemade cookies, she had brownies, she had like mini donuts. So yeah, Jana and I went by, I think like 3 or 4 times during the entire day just to get like our caffeine shot. But yeah, her name is, well, the name of the business is Coffee Leaves. Again, I filmed it, you will see it in the footage. And yeah, she saved our day because we were like, yeah, zombies because of the short night. And who knew writers needed sleep, you know? I mentioned previously, Art and Roots is a event that we have done for several years now, and it's also one of my mom's and personally also my own favorite events, because it's very chill, it's very laid back, and yes, of course, you need to put energy in, like dragging out the tents from the car, setting up the tents, setting up the tables, but you know, that's every event. But after that, you know, you take your folding chair, you put it behind your booth, and it's like sitting quietly in the forest until, of course, the music starts playing and the people arrive. But still, it's like, it's very serene, it's very cozy, it's very fun just to, you know, it's kind of like this event where you can take a breather. And that's why it pains me so much, because I already know that in 2025 I won't be able to go to Arts and Roots. Well, Art and Roots. I always say Arts and Roots, but it's Art and Roots. But I won't be able to go because in 2025, I don't know what it is, but a lot of the dates of events suddenly fall on the same dates. And then sadly, I have to look at, you know, where did I sell more books or where did I sell more potions and stuff like that. And sadly, as I said, Art and Roots is a very cozy, very fun event, but when it comes to selling things, it's not the best event. Still, I sold a few books, so you won't hear me complaining, especially since the event itself, I think, is it free or it's low fee when it comes to boot prices? Yeah, one of the two. So I think it's even free for artists, but yeah, I find it a shame that I won't be able to go this year. But sadly, we're running a business, so yeah, fun. Also fun was the fact that it didn't rain. We were a bit scared because there was like a threatening gray sky sometimes from time to time. And there were rumors that it was going to rain, but luckily it didn't rain. And between Jana and my coffee runs, we also did some shopping. Well, my mom did mostly of the shopping. My mom did the shopping and I went for coffee and tea. So the first thing my mom bought was like a few boots from our own at the left. Was a woman who sold a lot of crochet items. And my mom also loves to crochet things. She loves like making the little puppets origami style. So my mom can make things herself when it comes to crocheting. Only problem is she doesn't have the time because, you know, we always have to spend time making our potions. And suddenly she came back to her booth. Look what I bought. And she showed me this. A little crochet Harry Potter. And I'm like, oh my god, Mom, that's so cute. Thank you for buying me a crochet Harry Potter, because I have a Harry Potter collection. I have a Harry Potter room that's still being set up, but still I have the Harry Potter collection here at home. And Mom was like, but I didn't buy it for you. I bought it as a prop to put on my shelf with my potions at our booth. And I was like, okay, fine. So she bought that. Then she also bought, I think it was the same booth or the booth like a few booths down from where she bought the crochet Harry Potter. There was a woman who also made resin sculptures. And my mom, her favorite color is blue. Though these ones are like bluish green, if I'm not mistaken, but still, it looks blue. It's like turquoise. She bought this set, or it's a set of 3, but I'm going to show you one for one, of resin modern sculptures. So you have that one. You have this one. And you have this one. They're like thinking, you know, figures. So if you put them together, it's kind of like a nice trio. I'm going to try to balance them. don't want to drop them because resin can break too. So yeah, she found these cute to put in her room. And they are quite beautiful, if I'm saying so myself. So she got those. And then this one will also be a pic. Well, a picture. My mom also bought some decorative pumpkins for her garden table on our terrace. There was a booth that had like an entire side of, they had like their table here, and then they had like the side of on the ground on their table, like an entire patch of pumpkins that they had plucked from their own garden, and they were like, please take them with you because we still have a lot of them at home. And the thing is that because it was September, so of course October is right around the corner, pumpkin season. A lot of people bought pumpkins actually, because by I think 3 or 4 p.m. all the pumpkins were gone. So that was really good for them, of course, because then they didn't have to take the pumpkins home with them anymore. But yeah, that was everything we bought, aside from, of course, the coffee and the tea and the yummy cookies and donuts and stuff like that. And yeah, that was it with that also for that event. As I said, it pains my heart that I won't be able to do art and roots in 2025, because 2024 was again a very fun edition. And yeah, it's just an event you go to for the vibes. It's quite healing to spend an entire day in the forest and at the same time being able to sell your books. But yeah, sadly no art and roots for me in 2025. Fingers crossed the dates won't overlap in 2026, so I can do it again, because yeah, it's, as I say, it's one of my favorite events actually to go to when it comes to vibe and yeah, just being there as a vendor. But yeah, that is it for this video. Please like and place comments down below. That helps my channel grow, and I also love to hear your feedback, because that also motivates me, of course, to make more videos like this. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I see you guys soon for another bookish, magical, probably on the go video. Bye!